everyone, welcome back. I know I took last week off, so I apologize for missing some videos, but if you're here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today I thought it would be really fun to embrace the fall that's coming because some of the leaves are already changing and it's just, time is moving too fast. So today we're going to do a very fall look, but I thought it would be fun to add some glitter to it. So today we're going to do a glittery fall look. Before we get started, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me, and we'll get going. So even though we are doing a fall look, it is still going to be like 90 plus degrees out today. So I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Mint Melt Face Primer. I really like this one for its like sticky powers. For foundation, we are going to go in with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I know this is my summer foundation, but I mean it's still like 90 plus degrees out. I think it's supposed to be a high of 97 degrees today. So I mean it's going to be like my summer makeup, but with fall eyes. So I just take some on my brush. And then I take my sponge and just press everything in. This helps get out any brush strokes and also any excess product. I love doing that step. I think it gives the most skin-like finish ever. Next we're going to go into concealer. I am almost finished with my Jouer Essential Concealer. So I'm just trying to finish this one up. And then we're also going to be using the Beauty Bakerie Flour Setting Powder just to set the under eyes. And if you're wondering, yes, I already repurchased this concealer, because it is so good. I've also found that this flour setting powder from Beauty Bakerie is a really good alternative to the Laura Mercier setting powder. That is like my all-time favorite. This one is, I think, just a bit more cost efficient, but I mean it's still like $24. But I think it's a really good alternative. I also like to add just a little bit of concealer to my nose. I feel like I have a really red nose, and hopefully with fall that will slowly fade, but until then we're going to cover it. And then once I put the powder down under my eyes and on my nose, I do like to take my sponge and just go over it. Again, I think it helps leave a very skin-like finish and pick up any extra powder there. To set the face, today I'm feeling like using the Dior Backstage Powder No Powder. The crazy thing about this powder is the no powder claim is true. It's so flawless. It doesn't look like you put anything on your skin, but yet you've got a flawless finish. And then again, what I do with my powders is I just take my sponge and go over everywhere I put powder, and it helps pick up any excess product. If you can't tell, I'm really big on having a skin-like finish. For bronzer, we're going to be going into my Cover FX Monochromatic Bronzer Duo. This is in the shade Sunkissed Bronze. It's got a matte side and a shimmer side, and I just mix them. So we're going to start with the cheeks. I like to do a bit on the forehead, connect it down here to my temples. I also do a little bit down my neck and under my jaw. And then I also like to do just a touch on my nose because we did cover the redness on my nose. Sometimes I feel like my nose goes like stark white, so I just like to add a little bit more color. And then I take my sponge and kind of clean up all the edges, make sure everything's blended. For blush today, we are going to keep it kind of more fall tone, so I'm going to go into my Patrick Ta Cream and Powder Blush Duo, and this is in the shade She's So LA. I've actually never used the cream portion of this blush, so today I'm going to do the powder first, and then afterwards, when I am finished with everything, we may come back to add some of the cream, because I believe that's how this one is actually supposed to be done. Powder first, then cream. But I think this is just a really pretty neutral color, especially for fall. And then, just like all my other powders, we're going to blend a little bit with the sponge. For a highlight today, I'm going to go in with my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow. I think this one is super pretty. It's got a really nice natural finish to it, but it's also got a little bit of like a kind of golden nude color, which obviously, because I Need a Nude Glow is the name of it, but I just find it really pretty, really natural. And you can also make this highlight really stand out if you want to. And then I'm just gonna go over with my sponge, specifically with highlighter. This helps it not stand off of your face. And then I am gonna go in with a little bit of setting spray. This is my Too Faced Peach Mist. Again, this is a mattifying setting spray, and this is just because it's still really hot outside. And I spray it on my sponge mostly because my little spray thing is broken, but I have found that this is a really nice, efficient way to also set your face. Alright, so while that dries, I am going to prime my eyes and do my eyebrows, so please enjoy the intermission. To pull off our fall look, we are going to be using the Tati Beauty palette. This is her Textured Neutrals Volume 1. So today I'm really thinking of using some of these brown tones, these 3 shades, and definitely the orange one. And then the glitters that I'm looking at is the orange and this lighter brown. I haven't used this palette in quite a while, so I'm actually really excited to pull it back out. To begin, we are going to start with this shade. It is called Soothe, so the whole row is called Soothe, but this is the matte finish. And I am just going to dust that in the crease a little bit and blow it out really nicely so it will be the transition shade as well. If you have this palette, you know this is a very pigmented palette. But the good thing about it is you can blend it forever and you will still have pigment, but it will blend out nicely into a fade. It might just take a little bit. But really, it's super easy to blend out. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort. It's just about achieving the goal. Achieving the kind of look that you want. So for me, I want a bit more blown out look right now, so it is going to take a little bit longer, but it's still really easy to blend. Next, I'm going to go into the darker brown. This is the shade Ritual, and again, this is the matte finish. I'm just taking it on a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to focus it on the outer third of my eye. And then I'm just going to start blending. Now I'm going to go back into Soothe, that first shade, and just blend a little bit more over that brown, because it looks like that brown is kind of sitting on top of that Soothe shade, and I just want it to be a little bit more cohesive. Now I'm going to go into this shade. It is called Story, but we're going to go into the Sequin formula. The Sequin formula has shimmer in it, but it's not like a full metallic. And I'm going to place that in the center of the eye. I'm taking this color a bit higher just because I do have hooded eyes, and I want you to be able to see the color when my eyes are fully open. And then I am going to blend it out a smidge. At this point, it is just a matter of going between all 3 shades, the Soothe, the Ritual, and the Story, and just blending it to your liking. So that's what I'm going to do. Hang tight. Next, we're going to go into the lightest shade. This is called Aura, and I am just going to go into the matte formula of it. And I'm just going to fill in this inner portion. I really want the inner eye to be pretty bright. And then I'm going to go back into my Story brush. I'm not going to pick up any more product, but I am just going to blend that a little bit more. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush, and we're kind of going to do the same sequence of colors on the lower lash line. So I am going to start with Ritual and start that on the outer third. Next we're going to go into Story, and I am still going to be using the Sequin formula for Story. Just going to pop that in the middle and blend it out a little bit towards the outer third. And then I'm just going to use the same flat brush for Aura. Now I'm going to go into my highlight, the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow, and I'm going to use that as the inner corner highlight. Now the part that I've been waiting for, and hopefully you've been waiting for, we are going to play with some glitter. So the first shade we're going to dive into is this one. This is the Soothe shade, but it's in the glitter formula. And with this palette, you don't need glitter glue. I don't even own glitter glue because these are the only glitters that I own. They come off just fine. They stay all day. So I'm just going to be using my finger and apply. And I'm going to apply this to the outer third. And then you have a really pretty glitter. And then the next glitter shade that I want to go into is this one. It is the Story shade, but in the glitter formula. And again, I'm just going to use my fingers. And I'm going to press this one in the middle. The Story one is really orange, and it's got like orange and silvery champagne-y glitters in it. Oh, it's so pretty. And then I'm lightly going to tap it in towards the inner corner. I don't want to use the Aura glitter because the Aura glitter also has blue flakes in it, and there's nothing blue about this look. So I'm just going to lightly make my way into the inner corner with the Story glitter. That way there's not too much in that inner corner, but it's still nice and bright. And then I am going to go back into my big fluffy brush. I was using the Matte Soothes shade on. I'm just going to kind of go around the edges to make it not such a harsh line. And that might mean spreading the glitter a little bit higher than I had planned, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I like glitter. It is glitter though, so you might have a little bit of fallout, like I have a few flakes. That doesn't bother me, but if you're using this palette and you want to use the glitter formulas, maybe do your eyes first. And here are the eyes. I'm going to pop on some mascara and then we will finish up the lip. Before I forget, let's go back into the Patrick Ta blush. I do want to add a little bit of the cream. So I'm just going to take the bottom of my sponge and dab a little bit more on. Now I'm going to take the other side of my sponge and just blend a little bit around that. It looks pretty intense with my ring light, but it's not that crazy in my mirror. But now I can say I've officially used the cream in this duo. It only took a long time. So I think for lips, we're kind of going to keep it brown. I'm going to go in with my Nabla Lip Shaper. This is in the shade Nude number 3. And next, I'm going to go in with my Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly. This is in the shade Cashew. So here's our finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know it's still hot, but I mean, the leaves are changing, so I had to dive a little bit into the fall. I also haven't played with glitter in a very long time, so you know, it was about that time again where the glitter needed to take over my life. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You'll have to let me know if you love glitter as much as I do and if you want to see more of it. I know I try not to do it all the time, but sometimes I just can't help myself. Also, I would love to know how excited you are for fall and if this is one of your favorite seasons for makeup. It is for me, and I can't wait to continue to do more fall looks. Other than that though, that's all I have for you today. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. It just helps me out and lets me know you guys are enjoying the content. I'm here on Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.